Hi guys, it's Jamie here with week 4 of our weekly football outfit challenge videos. Hopefully last week's challenges were fun to practice and I hope to see them all as soon as possible once we're back at training. This week I'm going to be back outside again and I've got 5 more skills for us to practice. Let's get straight into it.
So the first letter in this video is the letter P, and the skill for the letter P is going to be heel flicks. This is one that we do quite a lot as a warm-up in our football sessions. So we're going to start off putting our hands on our bottom, and we're going to kick our hands with the heel of our foot, just like this, doing it on the spot first. And then we're going to do it whilst moving, like so. We'll do it once, and then again, and then once more. And the challenge for the letter P for heel flicks is to be able to do these heel flicks for 30 seconds whilst moving around. Okay, so get moving, get yourself warm. You can pause here and try out that challenge. So next up is the letter Q, and the skill for the letter Q is going to be soul taps backwards. It's another nice easy one, just to get us started. Okay, so we're going to start off by doing our soul taps like we learned in week 1's video, just like that. And then we're going to add in a slight roll backwards using the bottom of our foot on top of the football as we go, and we're going to take small steps backwards with each roll. Okay, so that's like that. And then we put those together, it's going to look like this. And then once we speed it up, it should look like this. Now the challenge for the letter Q, soul taps, is to be able to do 5 soul taps backwards on each foot. So you can pause the video here and try that one out yourselves. So next up is the letter R, and the skill for the letter R is going to be jogging backwards. So for me, it's going to be the return of the flip-flops. If you guys have got any obstacles, they'll do just something small that you sort of won't trip over as you're running, that can put on the floor to sort of go around as you're jogging. So we're going to start at one of the obstacles, and we're going to make sure that we're looking over our shoulder as we're jogging backwards so that we don't crash into anything, we don't trip over. I'm just going to go around the outside of the 2 obstacles, like that. Nice and easy. Now the challenge for the letter R for jogging backwards is going to be set yourself a timer for 30 seconds and see how many times you can go around both obstacles in that 30 seconds. For each time you go around both the obstacles, you'll get yourself 1 point. You can pause the video here and try that challenge. So next up is the letter S, and it's quite a tricky skill for the letter S. It's going to be keepy ups, okay? There's a few pieces of advice I can give you for keepy ups. The first one is that keepy ups can be with any part of your body, so you can use your head, your chest, your knee, or even your foot, like that. The only part of your body that you can't use is your hands or arms, obviously. Second piece of advice is to always make sure that you're watching the ball, okay? If you take your eye off that ball, you're probably going to drop it. Third piece of advice is try and practice on both feet, okay? Practice really does make perfect. The best way to get better at keepy ups is to practice as much as you can. Now, there are 3 different challenges for keepy ups, okay? The first one is going to be the bronze level, and that's going to be 5 keepy ups with only 1 bounce in between each kick, like so. The silver challenge is going to be 5 keepy ups without any bounces in between. And the gold challenge is going to be 10 keepy ups, trying to use both feet as much as we can with no bounces in between. So you can see here I'm using both feet, and I managed to get all 10. Now if you're finding that a little bit easy, what we can do is add in an extra challenge and flick the ball up to ourselves instead of just dropping it like I'm going to show you here. So you just roll it towards you and get your foot underneath and lift up your foot, and that should flick up the ball, and then you can carry on doing your keepy ups. Now you can pause the video here and try out any of those challenges that you like. Now finally we come to the letter T, and the skill for the letter T is quite an important one. It's going to be throw-ins. Now when you're a bit older and you play proper matches, if you don't get these right, the referee can actually give a foul throw, which means the other team gets to take the throw-in, okay? So things that we must have is we must have the ball all the way behind our head, we must keep 2 feet on the floor, and we mustn't drop the ball forwards like I've just done. We need to throw it, okay? Now if you don't have any of those 3 things, the referee can give a foul throw, okay? So make sure we practice those. That's 2 feet on the floor. That's the ball all the way behind our head, and a throw, not a drop, okay? Now if you've got a wall in the garden or somebody in your house that you can practice throwing it to and then they throw it back to you, definitely do that. I didn't have that, so I'm just going to throw the ball and then run after it, okay? So when practicing again, ball behind the head, both feet on the ground, and a throw, not a drop. Now, if you're finding that a little bit easy, what we could do is add in a small run-up. If you were going to try and get a nice big throw in a proper game, you'd add a little run-up beforehand to get that extra distance on the throw like this. So I've just added in a few small steps. There you go. And the ball went a little bit further. Now, the challenge for this video is to do 5 throw-ins and then 5 with a small run-up as well. You can pause here and try that one out yourselves.
So yet again, we've reached the end of our video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and you find some time to practice these skills. I'll be back again next week as always for the final week of our Alphabet Football Challenge. Until then, stay safe. See ya.